Here we are.
Here we are.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning and welcome to our regular school board meeting for Independent School District 544. The first item of business is to establish our quorum.
Okay. Kirby Anderson.
Present.
Kelly Graff. Here. Jenny Christensen.
Present.
Missy Hermes, present. Melanie Cole.
Present.
Stephen Vigasa.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. We have an agenda before us. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
And a second? Second. Any discussion on the agenda? All in favor of approving, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. That's approved, and we'll move on for a resolution on acknowledgements. Thank you to the Otter Elementary PTO for their donation towards busing costs for Otter Adventures at Fergus Falls Public Schools. And thank you to Lake Region Arts Council for awarding Fergus Falls Public Schools with the Spring Legacy Organization Grant to help fund the Lincoln Mural Project at Lincoln School. I'll offer that resolution and move for its adoption. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All right. Any discussion? Clerk for a vote?
Kelly Graff.
Yes.
Jenny Christensen.
Yes.
Missy Hermes, yes. Melanie Cole.
Yes.
Stephen Vigasa.
Yes.
Kirby Anderson.
Yes.
The resolution is adopted. Can I go back to the agenda? Who made the motion to approve the agenda? You seconded, Steve.
No, he motioned, I seconded.
Oh, you moved it and you seconded it, okay.
Matt's not even here.
I know.
Just kidding.
In regard to reports and correspondence, you'll note the principals would normally be on for the second meeting of the month, but in this instance with their prep for school, we opted to have Superintendent Drake be our sole reporter, so take it away, Superintendent.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
First, I just want to welcome the teachers back. They're starting their formal week of in-service. They have a float day in August that most of them have already used in preparing their classrooms. But today they are coming back, if they're in middle school, they are coming back to bar training, which I'll talk about in a minute. But the rest of them, most of them have faculty meetings at some point today with their principals, and they're going to be off to a rollicking start here, and open house coming up, and then our big convocation on Thursday morning with all of our staff. I do have, before I dive into mine, I have a couple brief reports coming from Principal Kolbeck. He wanted to let us know that they are plus 16 students in grades 1 through 3. There were 24 new students to date, and then there were 8 that dropped. And then there are a number of new staff as well, so we wanted to make sure that they are being welcomed. Adams has 7 new staff members and McKinley has 11. So that's a lot of new faces there. Then Principal Hurst also provided an update. Current enrollment as of Friday, August 22nd. They are up 34 students from what they expected to be at on May 30th. So that's really good news.
Mm-hmm.
Grade 6 is at 214. Grade 7 at 194. Grade 8 at 203. So in the spring of 25, there were 577 students in grades 6 through 8, and to date there are 611 to start out this fall. So that's really good news. Mentioned that the middle school staff is doing bar training over the next 2 days. That's building assets, reducing risks, and that's made possible through some generous financial support from the Ottertail County Family Collaborative, so we're appreciative of that. and really feel that that's going to be a great platform or support structure for the work that they've been doing in building student relationships and emphasizing the importance of attendance and those kinds of things. Their middle school Right Start program had 164 students attend, with thanks to Megan Olson, Nikki Weldy, Ike Carlson, and Renee Erickson for the time they put in with that program. Summer School 2025, this year they had 56 students that were referred to summer school. That is a higher number than over the last couple of years. 22 of the 56 were able to complete all assignments needed to pass the
Oh,
classes.
fantastic.
So that's good. And then a couple thank yous from Principal Hurst to the custodial department, to the tech department, and with appreciation to Nancy Reard for her work with our SPED department. So we'll dive into mine, and much of my report this morning are just reminders to our community. We really look forward to seeing you at our open houses this week. The high schools was last Wednesday. Tonight we have the ALC open house from 5 to 8 p.m. And then the rest of the schools, with the exception of preschool, will take place on Wednesday evening. So K through 8. We look forward to having our community show up for those. And then Otter Preschool will be the evening of Thursday, August 28th, out at Lincoln. Also for our community, if you are still wondering about class supply lists, etc., this can be found on our Facebook page. It can also be found on our website. So please take a look at that if you have any last minute questions on what students need to start the school well prepared. And then wanted to put a plug in for Otter Pride Night, which will be Friday, September 12th from 5 to 7 p.m. Once again, the 544 Foundation will be serving taco in a bag for $5, and then the evening culminates with the football game to follow. District goals were approved at the last board meeting. I'll just go through those quickly. Once again, Otter Preschool students will meet all kindergarten readiness goals. We have an ongoing goal for pre-K through 12 student literacy. We've had that one, it used to be just grade 3, but we expanded that probably about 3 years ago now. District goal number 3, improve student average daily attendance. Did a really nice job last year in the earlier grades, but certainly more attention on attendance. We really need those kids in school in those upper grades as well. District goal number 4 is real focus on customer service this year, and that includes staff, students, and our community. And then district goal number 5 has to do with marketing our school district. So that tails right into a couple of posts that we put out. As districts face financial challenges, there are limited opportunities for schools to raise their revenue. They can go to the voters for an operating levy, or they can go to the voters for a capital projects levy. But one of the other real strategies is to try to increase your enrollment. And because Fergus Falls has a higher population density in comparison to other neighboring districts, we are often heavily marketed by the smaller districts to entice our district students to attend other schools. So in response to some of those efforts, we just wanted to make sure that our story is being told. This slide, our Facebook post, is on academic excellence. We don't have, they're still embargoed, so I can't share the 2025 MCA results, but as we look back on the 2023 and 2024 MCA results, our students are clearly outperforming academically the neighboring school districts, and so we just want the public to be aware of that. It should be a really important consideration as parents make choices on where their students are going to attend. And then there was a post by a neighboring district about financial support for their graduates. And so I just want, again, our community to be aware that when you look at the assets between the 544 Foundation and our Fergus Falls Area Dollars for Scholars, that's over $4 million that has been generously contributed to those organizations to support our students and their education and their dreams beyond high school. So really, really generous support from our community that all leads to great success for our students. Then I want to talk a little bit about student safety this morning. So we're going with some new protocols that we think will make really common sense approach to various levels of concern that may arise during the course of the year. One code will be hold, which means that teachers will hold their students in the classrooms. Students aren't allowed to come and go during the hold, but teaching continues as normal. Secure means as our schools are normally all locked on the outside, but we do allow passage in and out through a buzzer system or through a screening system. If we are in secure, all exterior doors are locked and nobody's coming in and out. So that is the difference if we're in secure. A lockdown means that all students are to find the nearest safe shelter. That could include exiting the building if that's their safest route. But it means all classrooms are locked, lights are off, students are quiet and away from any windows or doors. And then evacuate is as it sounds. Typically, we practice evacuation for fire drills. And then the last one is shelter. In our region, shelter would most commonly be associated with a tornado warning. So those are the 5 directives. I will be putting out more communication to parents and also offering through the community connections an opportunity to go through these protocols with the parents, and they can ask questions, and I will do that in September. And this one was an important reminder. I had a community member call me last spring just with some concerns that not all community members are aware of the bus stop rules. And so with school starting, just a reminder to our community to be aware of school buses and especially aware of the red flashing lights and the stop arm. It is illegal to pass a school bus when the red lights are flashing and that stop arm is out. So please be aware of our students and the buses. Also, please be aware of our pedestrian traffic as students walk to school and students riding their bikes as well to make sure we get off to a nice, safe start. And with that, I will turn it over to any questions.
Do the teachers go through that same hold, secure, that training during the orientation time?
On workshop day, I'll go through it with the entire staff. Also, this is really important. So we've also had ALICE training that's been provided by our local police department. These new protocols do not prohibit using the ALICE training, so we'll plan to continue to kind of blend the two together for our safety responses. And I think that we'll probably have ALICE training scheduled again during that first shortened day in the afternoon for people that want it here coming up this fall.
So are the different levels, the different codes, they would be by building, or they could be district-wide? Is that true? Okay, I'll tell you why.
Yep.
Because if it's a tornado, you're going to evacuate, or you're going to shelter all the buildings. But if there's a fire drill in one building, it would be building specific.
Correct.
So.
Yep.
So it could be either way, is what I'm asking.
Yep.
Yes.
The other thing that's nice about these protocols is that you can combine them rather quickly and easily. So let's say that you have, you're aware from the local police department that there's a potential disturbance several blocks away. And you decide you're just going to go into secure mode, so no one's coming in or out of the building, everything's locked from the outside, but everything inside is still going normal. Now let's say 5 minutes later you're getting a message from law enforcement that the person has moved closer to the school building. Then you might go into a secure and add a hold as well. So now you've got your kids just staying in the classrooms, but teaching is going on. And let's say somehow or other that person were able to get inside the school building. Now it's really easy to go from a hold in your classroom to lights off, quiet, away from any doors or windows with a lockdown. So they function pretty well together, and absolutely, Kirby, you can use them building by building or district-wide.
Thank you.
And then how are teachers notified of any changes or of anything?
Yep, so a couple ways. We have the Crisis Go. The protocols for using these also rely a lot on intercom announcements as well. Each of them have specific phrases that you use when you're on the intercom, simple. And then we also have the, in some of the buildings, it's not in all of them, but the audio enhancement systems in the classrooms as well. And I had mentioned in my Saturday report that we had applied for an $80,000 grant. And so in the future, expanding the audio enhancements might be, if that grant money is available, continue to do that in more of the school buildings.
Any other questions? Thank you,
Thank you.
Superintendent. All right, we have our general consent items. And for approval in this motion are the minutes from our last school board meeting on August 11th and our bills. So I'll come to you, Jenny.
All right, for this period, which went from August 12th to August 31st, we had $557,715.44 come out of the general fund, $25,320.61 out of the food service fund, $24,308.28 come out of the community service fund, $1,100.33 out of the trust fund, and $1,278.54 out of the student activities fund, for a total of invoices paid out of $609,723.20.
All right, thank you. We have a lot of personnel hires, as one would imagine, at the outset of the school year, so I'll just indicate the category and the name of the person hired, and then anyone who wants fuller information can review the minutes, which will be on our website really quickly too, by the way. I appreciate it, Missy, she generates those. So personnel, certified staff hires, and this means teachers: Kaylee Peterson, Claire Gauthier, Tracy Grabowska, and Michelle Oliphant. Student staff, support staff resignations are Danielle Fergus, Polly Salveson, Lane Seeland, Colleen Schroeder, and Faith Sickink. Support staff retirement is Lori Craig, and we'll have a resolution on that. Support staff hires include Stephanie Lundy, Kimberg McGowan, Robert Ulrich, Kara Gullickson, Mallory Burgum, Emily Cook, Joe Burley, Nora Whitcomb, and Jennifer Getty. We have some internal transitions with Zach Lewis transferring, Jessica Johnson, Aaron Shea, and Lindsay Hauk, just taking different spots within the district. Support staff leave of absence was Drew Smith. Coach hire Megan Schertzing, head diving coach. So these are the personnel moves, and so that's the information for the general consent items. Would someone make a motion to approve?
I'll motion.
And is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion on the items? All in favor of approving, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. All right, that is approved. We'll move on to a new business, and in that category of work this morning, we have a resolution for the designation of an identified official with authority for educational Education Identity and Access Management. So in short, this is called the Iowa. And the Minnesota Department of Education, Professional Educator Licensing Standards Board, and the Office of Higher Education require annual designation of an identified official with authority for each local educational agency that uses the Educational Identity and Access Management System. The Iowa is responsible for authorizing, reviewing, and recertifying user access for their local educational agency in accordance with the State of Minnesota Enterprise Identity and Access Management Standard, which states that all user access rights to Minnesota state systems must be reviewed and recertified at least annually. The Iowa will authorize user access to the state of Minnesota education secure systems in accordance with the user's assigned job duties, and will revoke that user's access when no longer needed to perform their job duties. The Fergus Falls School Board designates Jeffrey Drake as an Iowa to authorize user access to the state of Minnesota education secure websites for the Fergus Falls Public School District number 0544-01. Will someone offer that resolution and move for its adoption?
I'll offer the resolution, move for its adoption.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, any discussion? Clerk, for a vote?
Yes. Jenny Christensen.
Yes.
Nancy Hermes, yes. Melanie Cole.
Yes?
Stephen Vigasa.
Yes.
Kirby Anderson.
Yes.
Kelly Graff. Yes. The resolution is adopted.
All right, thank you. Looking for a motion to endorse a contract with Lake Region Healthcare for physical therapy consulting services. This is for our special education department, effective September 1st of this year to May 31st of next year.
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All right. Any discussion? All right. All in favor of approving the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Looking for a motion to approve the Fergus Falls Community Arena User Agreement and Exhibit A for season October 1st, 2025 through March 31st, 2026. Someone make that motion.
I'll motion.
Is there a second? I'll second. Any discussion on that? I know the superintendent and the business manager continue to review with the city the various aspects of that community user agreement. So, any other comments? All in favor of approving, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. All right, that's approved. We have a resolution on the retirement of Lori Craig. Whereas Lori Craig began her employment with Fergus Falls Public Schools in September 2021, and whereas Lori has been a valued employee with Fergus Falls Public Schools for the past 4 years, and whereas Lori has been a dedicated assistant cook server for the district, and now therefore be it resolved by Fergus Falls School Board to thank Lori for her 4 years of service to Fergus Falls Public Schools. Will someone offer that resolution and move for its adoption?
I'll offer that resolution and move for its adoption.
All right, I'll second. Are there any comments? Clerk, please take roll.
Stephen Vigasa.
Yes.
Melanie Cole.
Yes.
Nancy Hermes, yes. Jenny Christensen.
Yes.
Kelly Graff.
Yes.
Kirby Anderson.
Yes.
The resolution is adopted.
All right, thank you. The next item is a child and adult care food program contract for vended meals at Lakes Country Academy, level 4 program, effective for this school year, and that ends on July 9th of 2026. Would someone offer a motion for that?
I'll motion.
And a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion on that? All in favor of approving, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. That is approved, and then we have a policy that has, an existing policy that's been revamped, so one reading suffices. And I would look for a motion to endorse policy number 506, student
I
discipline.
make that motion.
All right.
I'll second it.
Okay. And As far as comments go, it's my understanding that it just was some elements of our discipline practices that were not clearly in the last policy.
Yes.
Correct.
These all had to do with defining procedures in various cases.
All right, very good. Clarity is kindness.
Yeah.
Any other discussion? All right, all in favor of that, that policy being in effect, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. All right, that's approved. And we have, that concludes our agenda for this morning. We have a work session with several items, including the Children's Corner lease, report templates, student incident reporting options. We'll begin our evening meetings again for the next meeting, Monday, September 8th, and we will change location back to the Roosevelt Education Center. With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And is there a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion on adjourning? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, say nay. All right, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.